So that was a huge hit in turn 2. Luckily, I was okay, just a little shaken up, and my race car absorbed so much of the hit. The second they got the 18T back to the trailer, my team just went to work. We also had help from others, basically tearing this thing completely down, motor out, seat out, rear end out, all components, assess what is good and what was bad. And then my team continued to stay up all night building another race car so we could compete in the Capitani Classic.
Okay, car. How's it going?
We're getting there. It looks like a car, so maybe get a nap in here in a couple hours and go into the infield.
Like literally through the night, watch the sun come up, and the 18T sit there, now almost race ready as we chase the Capitani Classic in our biggest week of the season with the Knoxville 410 Nationals. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at the Knoxville Raceway in Knoxville, Iowa, and the 18T is sitting over my right shoulder. Wow, so much credit to my team and the people around me. About 16 hours after last night's crash, we're back here in the infield and ready to go for the Capitani Classic. Just a really unfortunate deal. Again, my team, they worked so hard. I don't even know combined how many hours of sleep everyone got. I mean, like literally worked through the night because it's the Knoxville Nationals and this is a big week, and whatever it takes is whatever it takes. So really, really thankful for all the people around me. We of course have another car built, and now we're focused on the 410 Nationals, putting what happened in the 360 behind us and ready to take on this evening. Now, the Capitani Classic, it's a big one. We're expecting probably between 70 and 80 cars, one of the toughest single day shows in all of sprint car racing, and that's why we're here, because we like a challenge, ready to take it on and see what we can learn for our qualifying night. Qualifying here at the Capitani Classic is complete. We got like 75 cars in the pit area. 75 cars, only 24 make the show. So they got to split into Flight A and Flight B qualifying. We were out like mid-pack in Flight A. We ended up 19th quick, so now we're gonna have a heat race coming up. Honestly feel like with some of the changes that we made and now with this car, being obviously fresh, we had okay balance. Didn't get a chance to run the best hot laps just because there was a lot of us out there. Didn't really get a clean lap, but in qualifying, the racetrack moved up, a little over halfway. Ran the top the first lap, got a solid time, then tried to drop down to the bottom in 3 and 4. The downside of doing that, if you nail it, you can really shoot up on the board, but if you miss it, which I missed it, I just got turned in a little bit too late, wasn't able to get stuck, slid across the surface. Your second lap sometimes on the top, if you're just trying to build momentum, is always maybe a little, it's not always faster, but there's a good chance because you're just building mile an hour, but at the same time, it's a good risk to go down low and try to gain that time. For us, we just weren't able to make it stick and try to shoot up on the board, but that's why we're here for the Cappy, trying to get laps, trying to build our program for Wednesday or qualifying night. Tonight, that's all that this is about. So we are going to make a few more changes, just a little bit snug there on the top. I feel like my hands were very calm, but just need a little bit more for the race car just to be rolling and again making speed. started 7th there in that heat race. Difficult spot to start here at Knoxville. You don't really have a ton of options going into turn 1 because one of the last things that you would like at least want to do on a regular basis is kind of jump out of line. Then you almost give the guys behind you an opening. So starting 7th, game plan into turn 1 was just hit the bottom. Like whatever you got to do to hit the bottom. Sometimes it's difficult when you're right behind another car. So try to get in the right position just to get left front to the berm, get in the right spot, and luckily was able to get off of 2. I was still in 7th, but then got through the bottom of 3 and 4 and gained my one and only position of the heat race. Got to 6th, just snuck around. I think it was Chase Randall there. We kind of were side by side off of turn 4, and then from there just kind of searched around through the heat race. Like I ran the top, and I didn't feel like I was as good up there as qualifying, but I thought I also made some good laps on the bottom and felt nice that I could kind of maneuver between the 2 lanes. Again, this is just such an important test session, and we're really trying to work with the package that we got. We feel like it's our best bet at this time, you know, here at Knoxville, as you know, we've had some laps here this year, but we also are trying to get as many as we possibly can and keep improving. So we're now going to move into a B main event. They got more heat races to go. The racetrack is going to change significantly. It's already pretty slick in the middle. The bottom's getting narrow in spots, and the top's getting closer to the fence. So I'm sure it's going to stay in this form for, you know, the rest of the night, and they might even have to do a little bit of work to keep up with it so it stays racy and we can use the entire surface.
12 laps is the distance in your first and 2 main features.
came up one spot short of making the Capitani Classic. Started 5th, was scheduled to start 7th there. One car dropped out before the green, so we rolled off 3rd row inside. Got a good start. At one point, just for like half a lap, got by Sheldon Hodenshield and was actually in a transfer spot. And maybe I would have just done those laps. You know, you always would do things a little bit differently. My car fired off though, and I was really, really good with some of that extra fuel early on in the race. Got through the bottom, just got my left front right on the berm, got really, really stuck, and got by the 17 just for a second, and then he just ripped back around me and he was able to just get a little bit better pace. I started to move around about halfway through, ran the top. My car did feel better though on the bottom when I could hit it consistently. You know I was running the bottom because you can look at my left front tire. The berm here just tears these things up. So I was down there most of the race. Just, you know, looking at the big picture of things, like obviously I want to transfer. Obviously I wanted to be in the Capitani Classic. I knew that if we're gonna have a successful week, we gotta be able to roll the bottom. Our car's gotta be good down there. The driver's gotta be good down there. And you gotta be able to do it lap after lap after lap, or at least use it when needed. So I feel like tonight was a big success in that way. And for how slick the track was, one of the slickest Knoxvilles I probably ran down there, and I was able to hit it, you know, lap after lap. So we're gonna watch the feature, learn as much as we can. We definitely have some, you know, fine tuning in areas we want to keep improving on, but I feel like we really had a legit night of making good progress here at the Sprint Car Capital of the World.